my name is Kara. Welcome back to another video. Today we have a new setup. I'll be honest with you guys. This setup was not intentional. So if you've been following me in my journey, you know I'm currently in the season of just embracing my imperfection. So let me tell you, funny story. Last night I was recording. And so, when you record, you got to get the angles right. You got to make sure everything's set up properly. So while I was doing that, my phone just decided to drop off the tripod, and in doing that, my microphone, my Bluetooth microphone, the chip that was inserted into in the iPhone, it broke. I done had this thing for 2 years, and now it want to break down on me, but it's okay because we're not gonna let that stop me from giving y'all content. So now we're here. We have a new setup, and to be honest, I kind of like this. Now, I'm rambling. I'm going to get to what I'm talking about. If anything, I'll probably remove that lamp and close the door. I'm looking in my mirror because that's how I can see myself. But this is a cute little vibe. I'm not going to lie to y'all. This is kind of cute. I like this. I like this. I feel like the YouTubers that be having the cool aesthetic backgrounds in the back. You know what I'm talking about, like the cool decor and stuff, and they're up close to the camera, but then you see the backdrop and they just be looking all vibey and stuff. It gives that. Okay, but for real, y'all. anyways, so yeah, that's where we're at. So if the audio does sound different compared to other videos, or it doesn't sound as clear, that's most likely why, because I'm recording from my iPhone. I'm using the audio from my iPhone, and I don't have the Bluetooth microphone. So today, guys, we are going to be talking about 4 things you need to know before you start creating content. Now, as I said before, as I'll continue to say, content is the main girl. That's all people's worried about. Everybody's worried about the aesthetics, the quality, making sure it pops so they can reach their desired audience, right? So before we get to that, we need to do the groundwork first. And what I mean by the groundwork is really getting a jump start to mapping out your strategy. Now, we're not going to get into creating a full-blown strategy, but before you create a strategy, the first 3 things are the things you need to know for sure. So with that being said, I'm going to go into my first point. So before you start creating content, you need to understand the value of the product or service you offer. If you don't understand the value of the product or service you offer, you're going to struggle with creating content, because that's one of the key components of creating good content, right? So you're like, okay, Kiara, what does that mean? So let's take it back a bit, right? What's your story? What inspires you to develop whatever it is that you're developing, whether it's a product, a service, or you just wanted to become a content creator? What inspires you to start this journey? What did you notice that was missing in the marketplace? What problem do you solve, and how do you solve it? And when you go through those questions and reflect and sit and think about it, you're going to understand the value of what you have and why people need it. Okay, so I'll use my self as an example, just so you can have an idea of how to navigate these questions, right? So for me, my story is, I started off in entrepreneurship by creating 2 brands that I solely operated on Instagram. And during that time, that's when I learned about social media management and content creation. When I decided to leave those businesses, I then went on and started creating content for other businesses. By doing that, by creating content for other businesses and other people, that made me realize that that's a need in the market. People need someone to either create the content for them or to teach them how to create the content. Now, because I know that's a problem I can solve due to my expertise and my experience, now I solve the problem by creating content on YouTube, teaching these people how to solve that problem. Whether I'm teaching you about how to create thumbnails, or teaching you how to edit your reels. That's how I'm solving the problem. So I want you to use my example and apply it to whatever business or product or service you're doing. Once you understand how what you offer helps someone, then you'll be able to communicate to that person through content how you solve their problem. That's going to be important in creating content because yes, you'll be addressing their needs by telling them, yes, you have the solution to their problem, but you also have to show them and be able to communicate to them why you should be the one they go to versus anyone else in your industry that offers the same solution to their problem. So the second thing you need to know is know who you're speaking to. You need to know who you're talking to. You have to know your target audience. Let me tell you, you got to know your target audience like they're your best friend. Like you got to know them like the back of your hand. You got to know them. It's no exception. You have to know who they are through and through. Content creation is centered around knowing your audience. So if you don't know your audience while also not knowing what you offer, the value of what you offer, baby, the content's going to flop. It's going to flop. You have to know your audience. You have to understand who you're speaking to. That's one of the main reasons why people struggle with their content creation, because they think they're speaking to one person when they're really speaking to someone else. And it's not the person that they had in mind. And that's due to them not really doing thorough research, if I'm being honest. And if you need tips on how to research and learn about your target audience, I've created a video on how to market research. I'm sure I'll put the link either in the video somewhere over here or link it in the description. But basically that video gives you a step-by-step on how to research your target audience. I think along with, researching who your target audience is, you also have to get specific about who you're speaking to. And that's usually done through a buyer persona. And that's really just diving deep into their personalities, their needs, and their wants. And I'll use an example to kind of explain this. What I mean by niching down and specifically talking to one person is, say you have two people, person A, person B, that have a dry scalp condition, right? For person A, their dry scalp isn't as crazy, so they can go with a brand of shampoo and use that shampoo, and then their itchy scalp will be relieved. But person B, they have an itchy scalp, but they also have a condition. And it may be in a sense where they need specific oils or ingredients that helps alleviate that problem. I'll just say hypothetically you are for person B. You just don't supply a shampoo for itchy scalp. You supply a shampoo for people who deal with a specific type of skin condition, and you use different type of oils that have been known to help with that skin condition. You see how I narrowed that down? Going from just a general person that has just an itchy scalp versus someone specific that needs something a little bit more niched than just a mainstream shampoo that will relieve it. So that's what I mean by niching down and really identifying who the person is that you want to speak to. And when you understand your audience, their needs, and their interests, you'll be able to tailor your content to resonate with them and build a deep connection with them. And that's the main goal of creating content. Right? The next thing you need to know is, what are your intentions when you're getting on social media? What's your approach? What's the purpose of you getting on this platform? Along with that, I want you to think about, how do you want to show up? What do you want to be known for? What are your goals? What's the end goal? How do you want to approach social media? That's going to be really important, because I feel like a lot of people just jump on social media and create the content. And that's good, because you're just putting yourself out there and creating the content, right? But also there's going to come a point in time where you got to sit with yourself and reevaluate, like, okay, what am I looking to get out of this? Because if you're going into this with no plan, no vision, then what's the point of you doing it, right? Last thing, and you probably gonna beat me up about this, but I'm trying to help you save money. But don't go crazy with spending money on technology. Please save your money. Please. Like, you don't need to be investing over anything over $100. And even $100 is pricey, but like I'll give you $100. You don't need to invest in anything over $100. Stop. You don't need to have all the new gadgets to start something. You can use what you have. You have everything you need. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't. Aside from that, I had to let y'all know. But everybody wants to get the new gadgets. Everybody wants to get a $500 camera, some $200 lighting, so they can look like their favorite content creators. But the thing is, your favorite content creators learned how to use that technology. Like, for real, your favorite content creators started off using the same equipment you're using now. They learned how to utilize the equipment they had, and then they invested. And I think that should be your approach when it comes to creating content. Because right now, I'm currently researching for a camera for my content. And the main thing I hear people say is, don't just buy an expensive camera and you don't know how to use it. In order to get the best quality out of the camera that you purchase, you have to understand how to use it. There's so many videos out here and content creators that teach you how to use your iPhone to make cinematic looking videos. Like, I was on TikTok the other day and I saw this video that looked cinematic. It looked like it was shot on like one of those expensive cameras, but it was shot on his iPhone. And so you can make your iPhone or whatever quality camera you have make look good. I can tell you that it's so many resources out there that teach you how to utilize what you have and to make it look appealing, and that you don't need to invest in expensive tech off the gate. So that's all I have for you guys. Again, the 4 things you need to know before creating content is: 1, understanding the value of the product or service that you offer. 2 is knowing your audience. 3 is setting intentions. And then 4 is don't be spending all your money on this technology. Learn to use what you have. All right. So that's all, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.